What's up, guys? This is Ian, coach of your Ladner Lanturn, bringing you guys our Week 4 match against the Virginia Victinis. We're taking on Coach WreckItMike and the Virginia Victinis this week. This match happened a little while ago, so I'm a little bit rusty on some of the turns that have happened and such like that, so it might not go as smoothly as it normally does. But I'm just gonna fast forward the video content here until we get to the teams. Alright, so on Mike's team, he has Excadrill, Salamence, Greninja, Hippowdon, Milotic, Arcanine, Roserade, Durant, Leavanny, Mega Kangaskhan, and Stoutland with Protean Greninja, and that is one of his Z captains. Durant is the other one. So against me, I was expecting 6 of these being Excadrill, Salamence, Greninja, Hippowdon, Milotic, Arcanine, Roserade, Durant, and Mega Kangaskhan. 6 of those 9. I was not expecting Leavanny, I was not expecting Stoutland. I was expecting him to bring Sand, and so I prepped a lot against Sand, but as we can see on the screen right now, he did not bring Hippo. So that's a big thing. Hippo was also the slowest thing on his team, so it gave me free setup with some various things. I do notice in team preview, his ability to set hazards is in Roserade and Excadrill. His only way to remove hazards is with Excadrill Rapid Spin. But based on his team composition, he's running like Spikes Roserade with Scarf Excadrill. Kind of what I'm thinking, with like defensive Milotic, potentially Banded Arcanine or something with Mega Kangaskhan. I'm not seeing like it's a good mix of physical and special attackers on his team. He's got 3 of each. Potentially, he could be running Special Arcanine. That's not a bad thing necessarily. But I do see that he doesn't have Leavanny to set up Sticky Webs, which is great for me. He also didn't bring any of his 4x weaknesses, and Leavanny was his only knockoff user, so I don't have to worry about losing my item on a Selgor, which was kind of a big thing because I thought a Selgor versus Leavanny lead sort of thing going on there. Yeah, his priority that he brought potentially. Potentially Greninja has 3 different forms of priority in Shadow Sneak, Quick Attack, and Water Shuriken, and Arcanine has Extreme Speed, and Mega Kangaskhan has Fake Out and Sucker Punch. So he did bring all of the priority on his entire team, which leads me to believe he would maybe be bringing a little bit of a slower team this week. So if you haven't seen my team builder, let's run over my team really quickly here. I'm bringing a specially offensive Spike stacking a Selgor. We're bringing Belly Drum 3 attacks, Licky Licky, we're bringing Z Rain Dance, Manaphy, we're bringing specially offensive Megalatios, we're bringing Scarfed Mamoswine, and we're bringing physically defensive Rocky Helmet Delmise, which is kind of my Excadrill check. So, looking at his team, I figure he's probably going to lead. What did I think he was probably going to lead with? I thought he might lead. Actually, I don't even know if I was thinking about what he was going to lead. I kind of just like led with a Selgor, and I just went from there. So we'll see what he wants to do here. And I was like, well, his only hazard remove is Excadrill, so I can get up a layer of spikes here turn 1 if I wanted to. And we see that I lead a Selgor, and he's going to lead the Roserade. So right here, I did some calcs, and I found out that Scarf Technician HP Fire killed me, which was a problem. So if he was Scarf Roserade, then I'm sacking my Selgor for no good reason. And if he's Life Orb Technician, then that's even worse for me. Because I can't kill him with a Bug Buzz. And then I would die for free again. So I'm going to go into my Mamoswine here, because it's thick fat, and I can take this HP Fire. It's not going to do very much damage to me. And I go into Logan here, and he does show me the Hidden Power Fire, which does a little bit less than half. Showing me, he doesn't show any Life Orb recoil, which was very interesting to me. So I was thinking that he could potentially be Scarfed. It was sort of a medium roll if he was Scarfed. Sort of my thought process there. And then now at this point, I see that if he's got no bulk investment, my Earthquake kills him 87.5% of the time. My Earthquake kills him right here with no bulk investment. So rather than miss the Icicle Crash and lock myself into Icicle Crash when he has no flying types on his team, I can just lock myself into Earthquake freely. and he does have 2 ice resists, so I thought in my mind that Earthquake was the better play here. Let's just see what happens here. So I'm going to click the Earthquake. We see that we're faster because we're scarfed, and I'm just going to click it, and nope. Of course not, right? Of course not, and we died to the Leaf Storm. This was actually, the crit obviously didn't matter, because Leaf Storm was going to kill me either way. What an I'm sorry, let me just pause it here when Air Cannon comes out. That is just the worst possible, okay, out of all the things that happen in this game, that is absolutely the worst possible thing that could happen, is the Roserade living on, I don't even know what that is, like 3 HP or something, 2 HP, 1 HP, it doesn't really matter. The fact that it lived that roll is excruciatingly painful. And sure, you can say maybe I shouldn't have banked on the roll, but it's turn 2. I'm not going to bank on... Like, the Earthquake roll was so in my favor that I could bank on it, but Icicle Crash missing is a 90% accurate move, and I have seen people miss 95% accurate Diamond Storms against me, Chris, so I'm not going to risk missing an Icicle Crash and potentially losing my Memis one for that reason. I felt that the roll was more in my favor than the 90% Icicle Crash, which in hindsight is actually false because 90% Icicle Crash versus 87.5% roll, meh, it's about equal. But Earthquake was the best play against the team that he brought since he didn't bring his only ground immunity in Salamence. So clicking Earthquake there was safer because then I can keep locking myself into Earthquake after I had killed the Roserade. Like, whatever comes in next, it would probably be the Greninja to use Water Shuriken, to be fair, but that's besides the point there. So, unfortunately, Memis 1 dies, and we do bring in Megalodios here, and we're just going to revenge kill his Roserade with Dragon Pulse now that we see that he's not Scarfed. Just picking up, just cleaning up a kill here that needed to be cleaned up, and preserving some HP on the rest of my Mons. Yeah, that's the idea. And then he's going to bring out Greninja here. I'm expecting the Ice Beam because that's the only thing that can kill me here, or a Dark Pulse. But if he goes for the Dark Pulse, I'm going to live it anyways with the Selgor. He does go for the Ice Beam. I'm actually surprised he didn't go for the Dark Pulse, to be honest with you, because Dark Pulse did more to the rest of my team than Ice Beam did. And we see that he's Life Orb. I was expecting him to be Protean Life Orb just because it doesn't really make sense to be Protean and lock yourself into something when you can change your typing up around and stuff like that, and Life Orb is typically the best idea to do that with. Potentially Expert Belt is a set that's fairly common as well. So with the Selgor out, I'm going to go for Bug Buzz on his Greninja because I know I'm faster now that he's shown me Life Orb, and he's going to go into Arcanine. So we get the Bug Buzz off here, and we do get the Special Defense drop, which is kind of big. It makes sure we show him that we're Life Orb, and he shows us that he's Leftovers. So I know he's not going to outspeed me here, but I want to hit him with the hardest attack that I could possibly hit him with, which is my Water Shuriken that I'm running this week. Cool tech. Specifically, the Water Shuriken was there for the Excadrill late game if it was in sand, but this is fine too because I can't really preserve my Selgor at this point, and I need to use this special defense drop that I got. So I'm just going to go for the Water Shuriken here. I'm sure he thinks that I can't hit him, but I can! Water Shuriken 1, 2 crits, doesn't matter if I got a 4th. And there's the 3rd one that knocks the Arcanine out, which is really good. And I'm going to die to my own Life Orb recoil. And I'm just going to go out into my Manaphy here, and I believe he's going to go into Greninja, which is kind of a thing. Yeah, so I misplay here. Let's just pause this. I actually click Energy Ball here, forgetting that his type changes, I guess. In my mind, I guess I forgot that his type changes when he uses a move. So I clicked Energy Ball here, and he clicked Dark Pulse. He is faster than me, which means he's running enough speed to outspeed me at least. And he does get the flinch, so the Energy Ball doesn't matter there. He's going to go for Dark Pulse again, and I'm just going to click Hydro Vortex at this point, because it's Z-Surf, sorry. Z-Surf is what's happening right here. Because that flinch, the Energy Ball didn't matter. If I'd gone for Z-Rain Dance that turn and got flinched, then it would have been way worse for me, but I did not, so that's what happens there. And he's going to send out his Excadrill here to clean up my Manaphy potentially. I'm just going to click Surf, and he's just going to click Iron Head because it's enough to kill me. I'm going to go out into my Licky Licky here because Licky Licky handles Excadrill at all points of this game. I also know that because he's locked in Iron Head, he has to flinch me to death to be able to kill me here. So I'm just going to click the Belly Drum, to be honest with you. I have no idea what he was expecting with this. I have no idea what he was expecting with this Licky Licky, like what kind of Licky Licky I was going to be or what I was going to do to him. But I'm going to click the belly drum as he's going to double out into my low tick, which is actually the only thing that can stop my belly drum sweep right now. So really good play on Mike's part. But I've got the belly drum off, and he's going to click haze, which is so bad. But I do pop the Rindo Berry with my Power Whip. I believe if I was +6, Rindo Berry still mattered, but that's fine. He's going to click Scald here, and we're not getting it burned, and our berry is going to... Oh, it's not going to pop yet. Hello? Power Whip is going to kill him. Where's our berry? Where's my berry? He does go into Kangaskhan here to pick up the revenge kill here, probably thinking the Power Punch is going to kill me. Which it is not going to do. It's going to pop my berry, because I know my berry pops. Yep, there it is. My berry pops right here, so his second little dude is not going to kill me. And we're going to get off a power-up here, which was the best thing I had to hit this thing. It almost looks like we're banded, even though we're belly drum. That did, like, pitiful damage, right? He's going to go for Earthquake, which is still not going to kill me. No, the first one does not, but the second one does. So now I'm going to go into Mega Latios here. There's not enough chip for me to kill him, but I need to get some chip damage off with my Mega Latios. Maybe not the best play, because Mega Latios could potentially clean up late game, although I didn't really have a lot to hit the... I don't think my set could hit the Excadrill. I might have been carrying Surf, but I'm pretty sure my set could not hit the Excadrill. Again, this was so long ago that I don't remember. It was about a week and a half ago or something. So it shows me the crunch. My Psychic, if it crit, it killed, but it didn't, unfortunately. So now I'm going to go into my Delmise here, because Rocky Helmet is going to kill this thing. Although now that he showed me the crunch, I'm really scared, because it does a ton of damage. He does die to the Rocky Helmet from my Delmise, and now he's just going to go out into Excadrill and clean me up with an Iron Head. Just an unfortunate game overall. I think a lot of this game was decided on Mamoswine not hitting that roll, to be honest. Let's just pause it here real quick. So a lot of that game was decided on a lot of that game was decided on the Mamoswine not killing the Roserade with Earthquake there. If Mamoswine kills the Roserade with Earthquake there, then I have a Scarfed Threat in the back. Not faster than Scarfed Excadrill, mind you, but then he has to play around Excadrill differently, because Mamoswine is faster than his Greninja, I know for sure. It's faster than his Arcanine, I know for sure. It's faster than his Mega Kangaskhan, I know for sure. We would also destroy the Mega Kangaskhan with an Earthquake, or potentially just flinch it down with an Icicle Crash. And then I can preserve Manaphy for later in the game to get up a Z Rain Dance or whatever the heck it wants to do. I think I had some bulk in there, so Excadrill couldn't kill me with an Earthquake or something like that. So I could have just Hydro Vortex that late game or something like that too. So in my mind, the game was lost turn 2 when Mamoswine dies to a Leaf Storm and doesn't get the Earthquake roll. I know that there were some other things I could have played around, like potentially not clicking Belly Drum on Licky Licky right away. I don't even have that much setup, do I? No, I do. I have a lot of setup on this team, so it makes sense to me why my Lodic brought Haze. Maybe not, because he wouldn't outspeed a lot of the things that he could Haze. I don't know. Maybe he was thinking that he would just get a slow Haze off after eating a hit or something like that. But as we saw with the Power Whip damage, like that was a neutral Power Whip that killed him. That shows me that he was not physically defensive. I don't know what he was carrying the Rindo Berry, but maybe for the Delmise he was carrying the Rindo Berry. It doesn't, maybe Energy Ball from Manaphy, I guess. Because I actually had to run Energy Ball for the Greninja and the Milotic. In prep, I was looking at the Greninja and I'm like, that's a water type, but in the actual game, it was more like a dark type the entire time. I don't think he used one water type move with Greninja at all, actually. Anyways, we lose and we go down to a 2-2 record at +5? It's either +4 or +5, I can't remember what our differential is right now. We do lose 1-0 to the Virginia Victinis and WreckItMike. And next week we take on Wower and the Buenos Aires Bumblebees. Our last interdivisional opponent. It'd be nice. We're 1-1 in the division right now after losing to Chris last week, so it'd be great if we could pick up a win against Wower, because then we'd be 2-1 and Woward would be 1 and 2 against the division, which would make, and actually I believe everybody in the division is 1 and 1 right now. So putting us in tied for the top of the division would be actually a really good thing for us. So that's the plan. And yeah, I guess I'll catch you guys for our week 5 match against Woward and the Buenos Aires Funnel Bees.